What's going on, everyone? Let me just share this link with you guys for the live stream. Little different of a setup this morning for the live stream. So you guys can actually see my whole screen. I'm streaming it through a StreamYard application. So I think it'll be better for you guys to see you can kind of see my full screen. Now I can switch between all my different layouts, and you guys can see like all six of my charts. You can see two, and then you can see the one big chart that I have. So let me go ahead and go through the watch list. What I'm watching today, I've got quite a few names on here, but I just want to level set by saying that we do have consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. today, which usually is a big algo candle on SPY and QQQ. So we just need to be mindful of that. 30 minutes into the day, we will see that. But SPY right now, let me pull it up here for you guys. SPY is strong in pre-market, but really I'm not interested in longs until we can break that 435.65 level. Once we do that, price target one obviously is going to be that 437 level that we sold from on Tuesday, that we sold from yesterday, and that we rode up to on Tuesday and Wednesday once we broke out over 435.65. So that would be my target on SPY. Anyone that is looking to play SPY, or if we play SPY, that's going to be the target to the upside. Now, XLE and XLF are pushing us higher. And anytime XLE runs, I like to look at three names, which are Oxy, CVX, and XOM. So if Oxy can break, let's pull Oxy up here too, because if Oxy can break out over 64.85 here, I think we'll see a really nice move. And if I turn these extended hours off, you'll see here 64.85. If we can break this level right here, we're going to go up to that 66 level, I think. It's what we've done in the past every time we've broken out up over 64.85. So that's what I'm going to be watching on Oxy. And then CVX might even be a better play here, because if CVX breaks out over 164.20, I think we've got a lot of room up to that 165 level right here. And then obviously up to like 167 up in here. If we break that, then, 171 is the stretch target. But CVX typically does not move that much intraday. So if it does, that would be a huge play. And then for tech names, NVIDIA is one that I really like because if we break out over this 470.50 spot, the same thing we did yesterday when we broke out over it, we got 476.09. I think we could see the same move today. And then if we break out over yesterday's high, we've got a chance at 481 today. Now, in terms of flushes, what we have UNH, JP Morgan, and Citibank. United Healthcare implied move was 2.9. We're only up 1.5 when I wrote that. Let's see where we're at now. We're up 1.6. So yeah, this is a name that, it's a serious mover historically after earnings. And I think if we can break, if we can break out, this morning with some good volume on that 2-minute time frame, I think we've got a chance to go get 545 today. And then JP Morgan's the other one that I like. Citi I put on there. I don't like the chart as much, but JP Morgan's a flush that could get really interesting because the implied was also 2.9. At the time of writing, we were only up 1.7. We're up 1.2 right now. If we can break out over 148.62, you guys can see here on this daily time frame, we don't have a lot. This is a huge resistance area on JP Morgan, 148.62. So if we break that, that could be a really, really nice mover today over that level. And then just a Friday lotto is going to be Netflix. If we can break that, the downtrend on Netflix, that could be a really nice mover back into the 370s. But that's what I'm watching today. I'll let Jair come on and see what he's got. Sweet. I like Gyro's watch list. JPM also has a inside bar too, guys. It's going to be an inside bar when we open.
CVX has one too. I already broke it. Inside bar on Chevron.
Yeah, that's how JP Morgan is too. So anytime we have like, let's say like 1 or 2 days of like inside bars, the one thing I like to do, guys, is just go down to a lower time frame, like go to like the 30-minute and just see what does the consolidation look like within those 2 days. So like here on JP Morgan, we can kind of see, if you guys are looking at the stream, you'll see like we've got a nice consolidation pattern that kind of set up. And here I'll show you guys in premium chat too, for those of you that aren't on the stream. But like, see how it's we've got like a consolidation pattern there. And then if you look at the daily time frame, here's what the daily looks like. Doesn't look too crazy, but that's why I always say it's better to go in and look at smaller time frames. RTX. Whoa, that's some massive consolidation. This thing that might be the opening drive play. That's a key level right here at 73.71. I've never traded this name. If it's liquid, that's a... Here, I'll show you guys what the chart looks like. Swaggy was mentioning.
Good morning. The reason I mentioned that one is because, if I'm not mistaken, they're the ones that give the missiles to Israel for the Iron Dome, and so I think they're going to be benefiting a lot from the whole conflict.
Yeah, that thing's like, yeah, that 30-minute is like coiled packed right there. If this thing breaks out, it's got room. Probably got room to like 76, like 77. Apple's off. Apple's going.
I got some Apple here. The bottom line is broken. Damn.
JP Morgan's also going. I'm looking at JP Morgan calls here. The 150 calls. Trying to get filled on these 150s, guys. I got filled at 72 on these. JP Morgan 150 calls, 7 contracts.
I see candle on Q's.
There goes JP Morgan. It just skipped. 10% here. 15%. I'm going to try and take a little bit off at like 20%. Whoa, there we go. JP Morgan. 25%. Selling 4 contracts. We're at 30% now on JP Morgan. Net P&L on this one is up at 25% right now on this trade.
Guys, I took some RTX. They have some bad fills, and I got filled at 64 for next week. 75. Small since it's a little bit risky.
50% now on JP Morgan flush. $150s are about to go in the money. 55%. We still have half the position left, so our net P&L is at 40% right now. 65%. 70%. I'm going to sell 2 more, actually 1 more contract here and let 2 contracts ride out. We're at 75% right now. This thing's absolutely mooning.
That was a fire play.
Net P&L on it right now is 47%. So basically a 50% trade. I just sold 1 more contract. We're at 100% right now. Oh my goodness. 110%. Bro. I'm so glad I didn't sell everything like I did on Apple yesterday. 120%.
Take some Q plates right here. The 367.5s, and I got filled at $46 per contract. Bro, JPM is nuts right now, bro.
Bro, it's insane. These are up 140% right now.
Yeah. Up 10% now.
Should have held the entire position.
We lose 370, that could be huge for us. Wow.
100. Yeah, 160% in 5 minutes. Like, where else can you do this at?
Wow.
It's absolutely ripping. I've got 2 cons left, guys. So as we're going into strength, I'm going to try and scale some more here at like 200% if we hit it. We're at 170 or 180% right now.
Break below 370, which we are right now. This could be huge if we hold. Up 10% so far. First target is going to be 369.42, up 12% already.
205% now.
Oh, bro, that is nuts.
Bro. These things are at $240 a contract. 230% now.
Oh my god, 230%. Wow.
Our net on this is 90% gain on the position. I just sold 1 more. I've got 1 more contract left, guys.
Nah, that's right. You voted for that, bro. That was nuts, bro. What the fuck? There's not 1 red candle, bro.
Bro, the 2K account is up 20% right now. We're up $460. Oh my God, it's ripping. Oh my goodness,
250%.
bro.
Vertex is going, by the way. If anybody took those.
Net P&L is 92% right now, guys.
265%. Almost 200 per contract, bro. That's ridiculous.
Might be a
Guys, the RTX are up 15%.
291% now. I told you guys the big days would come, but we just have to keep the losses small to be able to be exposed to these big days. If you take big losses, you'll never be able to see the big wins. Hopefully everybody was able to get in on JPM. Looks like a lot of you guys were. I was going to say, you better not be detective. It was typed out, Ape, and on voice. You actually could have gotten a better entry than me because this thing went down before it went up. That's why I always say don't chase the flushes because sometimes you get better fills. Good work, guys. All in a day's work. 5-minute work day. Some of you got 400%. JP Morgan wants more too. $600 in 10 minutes. Yeah. Now multiply that by 6, King Herod, and then you got an hourly rate. And tell me if you're not happy with that hourly rate. We did $500 on the 2K account in 10 minutes. That's the benefit of trading.
What's up on Q's 2-minute?
NWZ, I don't trade the 1 minute. So I'd only be looking at the 5-minute. I'm gonna sell my last JP Morgan contract here, guys, just because we don't need to hold it. I'm out of JP Morgan. That was a great amazing play. You can still hold in case it keeps going, but my job in a small account, 2K account, is really to protect capital, and that's what we're gonna do. It might, bro. Like it might, but I sold it. You guys keep holding it, and if it goes, I'm gonna vicariously party through you. It might be a 10 bagger. It just hit a new high of day, so this thing might keep going. But I only had one contract left, and like I said, my goal is to grow this account, um, not hold for a Weeble gain card. Because don't get me wrong, I would love to have a 1000% Weeble gain card on a 2K account, but and really every single candle has been pretty bullish. I might put on more trades if there's a trade to be had. It just depends, but we absolutely killed. No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm gonna re-answer the Q puts here. Main prize.
UNH is really looking good. Did you go long or short on QQQ, Shara?
Short, yeah. Just because this 30-minute is kind of rejecting that 371, it might be forming the right shoulder. RTX can't hold 74, I'm gonna get out the res. I did scale some at 20%, so I would just get out of my runners if it breaks 74.
Up 10% again. That's what I'm seeing on Q's on the 30-minute. Best thing that could happen is a 5-minute close under 370 and the 200 EMA on the 5-minute. It just keeps bleeding up. See.
SPY is really holding this 465, 65 level pretty well. EMAs are trending up. We might have sold the top on JPM too. Apple's interesting because it looks a little pegged here. If we can get 180, 136 on Apple, I think we'll see a tick up. NVIDIA is also putting in a tweezer bottom. Yeah, there goes SPY off the 9 EMA. Target long on SPY is going to be 437. New high of day on JP Morgan. What are those contracts at now? $3 a contract. Or 300, sorry. 320% move so far. CVX is actually looking a little weak here. You can see it's rejecting this 163.29 level. If we look at a name like XLE, See that XLE is rejecting too. Yeah, exactly, Nick. It's rejecting that 89.30 level. If we can get that level on XLE, then I think we'll see a pretty nice move to the upside. Wow, JPM just absolutely ripped. Bro, I should have left one contract just to leave one. They're kind of spready though. Those 150s, there's like a $20 spread to the contracts. Walmart's going off. Yeah, Walmart is ripping Guppy. Consumer sentiment. That's why I don't want to get long or short on indices, because I think it's University of Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. We also have a Fed speaker, Harker's, talking right now. Yeah, we got consumer sentiment, Michigan inflation numbers at 10 a.m. So like 7 minutes. JP Morgan's about to get 153.
I have a daily level here, JP Morgan of 153, so I might, man, if it breaks, it's crazy.
Yeah, especially on a Friday, Adriano. I don't want to gamble into that. If the numbers are good and we break 437, I might take some SPY calls because I think the next level up is going to be 439 and then 440. So potentially 439 calls if data is good outside of the numbers that are going to be released. And Trade Exchange is working on a Discord webhook, guys. That's going to bring all the news that I get into the Discord on like automatic. So just come right into premium chat when anytime there's like a news headline that drops, it'll just be right here so you guys can see it. Sometimes Trade Exchange is actually faster than fast stock market news. That way you don't have to wait for me to give the news, or if I'm not on voice, you'll just have it right here. CVX is pulling. As is XLE.
We just broke that pattern to the upside on Q, so I'm going to be a little bit more cautious here, taking some off.
We'll get more of those JPM plays too, Adriano. That's why I always preach that to you guys. Win big, win small, lose small. Never let yourself lose big, and then we'll be able to have the account capital to actually put into those trades when we get big winners. Fed Harker want wage pressures to cool off but not fall off a cliff. Yeah, big rejection on energy. Tech is holding us up right now, and financials and consumer cyclical.
Apple can't get over pre-market high.
We risked like 15% of our account today in one trade and made 20%. We really didn't even risk 15% of it because we were it's gonna be a 20% loss. So 20% of like 450, $90 divided by our starting account balance. We risked like 4% of our account and made 20% on the account. That's optimal risk to reward. So yeah, Dempsey, with like earnings season right around the corner, if we catch a couple of those flush plays, like you'll see this 2K account grow drastically. $700 a week is $2,400 at the end of the month. Yes. I don't know if Swaggy's talking or not. He's not on mute though.
No, I'm here. I'm just
Okay, cool. A minute and 30, we got data. SPY's in an uptrend right now. That's actually a good question. And ABGO could explode too. I'm gonna look at Netflix though. We break that trend on Netflix. That could be a huge lotto play.
You guys see how Q's can't get over 371?
Yeah, it's like 4 rejections there.
Yeah.
Here's data.
Oh, here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Come on.
I don't see the numbers out yet. There we go. Consumer sentiment 63, expecting 67. Michigan inflation 3.8, expecting 3.2. So all numbers came in hot.
Wow. Holy smokes. Okay, that's first argument, 369.42. I believe I helped you, data. That was 22%. I'm gonna scale some here. Alright, I'm gonna get out because this is gonna be an oak. I don't know. That's crazy.
Huge wick.
Yeah, I'm glad I got that.
What are the 437 calls at right now? $60 a contract on SPY. I'm gonna let this 2-minute this 5-minute close. We got 2 minutes 50 seconds.
But we still don't have even a 2-minute close within this 370, 371 range on Qs. This move is going to be big whichever way it goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for 2 minutes. I like the 5-minute candle structure here that Spy's trying to put in, but um, yeah, need to see. Ideally, like to Jair's point, I'd like QQQ to get over 371 because then I know we'll have some momentum from tech to continue to push us higher. So until that really happens, I don't think I want to go long. I'm just going to be cautious with it.
This might be the first, who knows, first 2 minute, closes under 370. Seconds for this 2 minute. Let's see what this 5 minutes is going to do.
So yeah, that's why I didn't want to get long, guys. That's why I try and wait for those candles to close. I know some people, that one guy was like, you don't wait for candles to close, but I want to wait for, more data. Yeah, he left, completely left. CVX actually looking kind of good. I think XLE might be reversing here. It is. It's kind of putting in a bottom candle. $10 seconds on this candle. QQQ just closed under the 200 EMA on the 5 minute. Yeah, Russ, JP Morgan's crazy. Crazy thing is we made like 300% on that trade, and I don't even know what their earnings were. I did not even look at their earnings report. Uh-oh.
This whole time.
$11.17 puts. Apple multiple rejections at that 181.40 level, 181.50, whatever you want to call it. XLE's back over VWAP. That's the way, Trench. It's zero stress.
Go. Let's go. Guys, I'm gonna get like some stupid out of the money you put here as a crazy lotto because I'm gonna have to work soon. This is it right here.
Bro almost doubled his account. 55%.
Seriously. He's like, I learned from Strat that once I get to 55, then I can get out of my chair. Oh, what? That's not me. QQQ.
I know.
Coming in flow next week, 338,000. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. People don't put it in perspective. Like, guys, we started with 2K and we made $700 in 1 week. That's why I tell people all the time, you don't need a lot of money to start trading. You just have to have really good risk management. And most people don't do that. That's why 100% of the traders fail. Like the people that fail, they all fail for the exact same reason, because they don't have risk management. And the 5 to 10% that do win and make it through is because they learned how to manage their risk. SPY 430 puts same day, yeah.
oh no, don't do this to me. I'm gonna call it tops on Q's. Show it to me while I'm still here. Give me my roses while I'm still here. Wait, is it roses or flowers? It's flowers.
What are the 430 puts at priced at right now? $20 a contract. Yeah, as we grow this account, we'll start to play SPX a little bit more, but it's such a volatile.
Wait a minute. Someone already died today from that day of jihad thing in France.
Oh, really?
What the? Yeah, a teacher in France. Oh, here we go. Gotta pull out the AR-15s. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna send this to you, Strat. Tell me.
I'm looking at these 430 puts, guys. They're $22 a contract. Looking at taking about like 12 of them. Maybe 10 just for simplicity purposes here. I got 10 of them at $23 is the fill. SPY 430s.
Tracks in the train. Let's go.
See if it works. Keep our stops tight.
Bro, we still have like 19 minutes to close, but I mean, this does not look like a head and shoulder here on the 30 minute.
If we break 434.62, we don't have anything, guys, until we hit like 432. So we've got like $2 of downside. These things can absolutely go crazy. We've only got 200 and yeah, we only got like 230 bucks in it, but they're already up 12%. Come on, snap this 434.65 level, and then we'll get a massive stick down. I'm going to look to scale 20, like, let's say 3 cons at like 20% is what I'm going to look to do on these puts. So 30% of our position will be out at like 20 to 25%. That's first target. And I think we'll get it as soon as we break this 434.65 level on SPY. Especially if VIX keeps pushing highs. Come on, 434.65. There we go. Back to 12% now. Break this spot. There we go. 15%. Pull the rug for us. There we go. Here's 25%, guys. I'm taking three cons off. So now what I'm looking for here is a 5-minute retest of that 434.65 level, and looking for a drop to new lows. We're sitting at 15% right now on these SPY puts. %20 now. Give us a low of day, and then we'll get, I'll take probably take 2 to 3 cons off at like 35%. Here's 30% now, 32%. I just sold 2 more contracts at 30%. So I got 5 cons left.
stubborn, man.
So we got half our position left that it can run now. Apple's under the 200 EMA on the 5 minute. And I think we're going to come down and test that 180 psych level on Apple, which would mean I think SPY's going to fall down under 434. JP Morgan's off a cliff. Downside target on Qs. If I was in Qs, I have a level on QQQ at 368.60. Where's the 200 EMA at on spot? Yeah, it's right here.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna step out of here. I'm still gonna hold some Q puts. Hopefully, I was able to call that top and get the 867.40.
All right, bro.
Alright, bro. Alright, sorry. Have a good weekend, guys. God bless.
Peace, bro.
We closed right at the 200 EMA on SPY. And XLE's trying to hold VWAP. So if we can get energy to turn over, tech's already turned. If energy can turn over, then I think we'll see some downward pressure. Still in the other half of my position, our net, we're still green on this trade. Open P&L is red. I'm going to close it here, though, at 15%. We gained like $3 on that position. I didn't want to hold through that. Because if XLE breaks out here at 89.28, guys, we're going to see a nice move on energy names. I'm trying the 433 puts now. With that wick on SPY, Q's pulling. They're at 73, 74 right now, so you guys can get a better entry than me. These are zeros. QQQ is pushing lows here. I'd like to see SPY make a new low. Apple's pushing lower too. %10 here on these 433 puts. Yeah, they're at $80 a contract right now. Only thing I don't like is that XLE is pushing up over that 89.28 level. If XLE rejects high of day, then I think SPY will continue to drop. Because tech's really weak right now. Qs could work better. I just don't like that QQQ is sitting right at a key level here at 368.63. That's a key level. If we can't get under that, we could bounce on Qs. But if we get under that, 374.75 is next. Yeah, NVIDIA is at a key spot too. If NVIDIA can lose, get a 5-minute candle close under 466, that could be a nice move to the downside. It's under 465. We could fall all the way down to 460, 459.50 area. So XLE did reject high of day so far. And we're only down 12% on these SPY puts. 10% now. But I'm looking to risk like 20-25% to make 40-50% on this trade. I think if we can break low of day on SPY, we can get a nice 50% trade off this. Yeah, it's under the 200 EMA on the 5-minute right now. Apple rejected the 200 EMA. Not a strong looking candle on QQQ. $40 seconds to go on this 5-minute candle. And one thing I'm noticing, if you guys are watching the stream in the top left on SPY, we got a candle close below 434.65, and now we've gotten 3 candles that have rejected that same spot. Good work, Ape of Wall Street. $4,000 on a day. That's not bad. 4K a day is $1 million a year. Yeah, sellers are definitely sitting there. I just want to see them take full control here and just give us a nice bearish engulfing so we can scale the majority of this position. Nice work, Bailey. Safe traveling, bro. $434.14 is the low of day on SPY. I want to see how this 5-minute candle reacts to this 434.63 level or 65 level, whatever I have. which is why I like to wait for the candle closes, unlike some people. A minute and 45 seconds on the 5. Finally got a 921 EMA cross, and we're trying to grab the EMAs right now on SPY. So optimal risk to reward is right up here, risking candle closes above the EMAs. We're already in, so I just want to see if we can reject these EMAs on this candle. Yeah, on the 5 minute, 30 seconds on this candle. Seven seconds. Q's are rejecting its EMAs. Apple's rejecting the 9 EMA. XLE still hasn't made a new high. But I might have to stop out of these puts. Let's see what this if we break past the prior candle, I'll probably stop out. But if we can just reject here and head back down, then we'll stay in. Because tech is super weak, so I think we're going to get a nice downtick. XLE, like I said, rejected its highs, and now it's back under that 89.28 level. Apple is underneath the 200 EMA, technically in a downtrend. QQQ is still in its downtrend. So from a confluence perspective, there's a lot of things that are saying more downside. If it were flipped and charts look a little bit more bullish, then we might be a little more risk off here. But I feel like this is a safe bet to be risk on, because I think the probability is that we go down and get a new low of day on SPY. And that's ultimately what I'm looking for. We're down 18% on these puts, but confluence is there because of all these other charts and what they're telling us. And at the end of the day, as a trader, that's all you have. We don't know where it's going to go, but we have probabilities, and I just try and take the best probability setups. Now we're down 12% on SPY puts. And we've got 1 minute to go on this candle. So far, pretty bearish engulfing sell candle. That's what I'm saying. 8402. That's what I want. I want a low of day break and then 434 break. That's my thought process here. Same thing with Apple. The reason I like it short is because I think Apple probably has a good chance to go down and test that 180 psych level, and that's where we'll determine if we're going to bounce around. If Apple can't hold 180, I think Apple will go down and get 179. SPY will go even lower, but I think that's where buyers want to step in on Apple is 180. We're back down 6% on SPY puts. I'd love a just huge sell through low of day on SPY. Pretty bearish engulfing candle right there on the close. Let's go SPY. Here we go. New low of day on SPY. Now let's try and break 434. And if we can break that, that's where we should see some accelerated selling. There we go. 10% now. 434.01 just hit. We just need that liquidity to keep selling. Problem is that Qs, if you look at the live stream, Qs just bounced off of a key level. The low on Qs right there is 368.64. My key level is 368.63. So Qs are going to have to get us under that spot. If they can get us under, we're going to see a pretty big sell, in my opinion, because I think Apple will go down to that 180 level. And that's going to determine whether or not we bounce or we keep selling. $434 break, I'll probably sell some of these contracts. There's 434. We're up 10%. Qs are trying to break this spot here. So if it breaks it, we're going to get a big sell. It's bouncing again right at that level. Yeah, right. We need Bostic to speak. Come on, SPY. 2 minutes to go here. Huge bounce on QQQ right here. Literally off the level. That's what I'm saying. We need that level to break on Qs. If that thing breaks, we'll get a really nice sell, I think. Five seconds on the candle. I'm still holding because we're still in a downtrend. And I still like the thesis behind the trade. Apple's in a pretty nice 5-minute downtrend. Sitting green right now on these puts, right at break even. If Dixie gets new high of day and starts ripping, we're gonna see really big low, like big downticks.
XPX still has a gap to fill to the downside.
Yeah, I'm hoping we fill it. If QQQ can break this spot, I think we're gonna see it.
Yeah.
New low of day on SPY. SPY's like 30 cents away from going red on the day too.
Bro, I think we can low see yesterday's lows.
That'd be wild. New low on QQQ. There goes Qs. Apple 180 test. %12 on these SPY puts. There goes QQQ. We should see a nice sell.
XPX, you got it filled. There we go.
20% now on SPY puts. I sold one contract at 20% here. SPY just flipped red too. Gyro's getting paid if he's still on those QQQ puts. We're at 25% now on the SPY puts. 30% now on SPY puts. We're just free falling now. 35%. %40. I'm going to sell one more contract here. So I've got half my position left and we're sitting at 40%. So our net P&L is 35%. We're sitting at 42 now.
Is it VIX pumping?
Yeah, VIX just broke hive day.
I think it was yesterday's low.
50% now. These are about to go in the money. 433s are now in the money. We're at 60%.
Who's got
Whoa, SPY's drilling.
Yeah.
70.
XPX is 4310 on XPX. There's really nothing until yesterday's low, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I might just hold the rest, like the last half of this position. These things are at 80% right now.
Free falling, bro.
Hopefully you guys saw like how I had confluence to hold based on what the charts were doing. Our net P&L right now is 60% on this trade, and they're sitting at 85%. Did anyone take the SPY trade with me on the 2K account? Nice. Nice work, MJ. I've still got half my position left. We're sitting at 58%, 43% net on the P&L right now. So we've smashed that goal that I'm always looking for of like 25 to 40% net trade. We're sitting at 45% now net. Yeah, open P&L is like, it's a crapshoot, honestly. All it is a Weeble screenshot gain card. It really means nothing. That's what I always try and advocate to people. Who cares what your open P&L is if you only have one contract? Although it does, I mean, it's cool that you caught the move. You saw that trade all the way through, but really your account is going to grow based on what your net P&L is, not what that one contract or two contracts out of 20 that you took is going to do. We're almost at 3K, Drew. Almost there. We might get there today. Yeah, that's what I always advocate for that. Like, it's cool when people show the screenshots, but like even I show them, but like I'm always like, this is not a full. It's not like I put 10 grand in and it went 1,000%. I made 100 G's. New low of day maybe coming here on SPY. %80 on these puts here. See if we break this low. That's my point, King Herod. That's what I want you guys to learn from this 2K account club is exactly the statement that you said right there. If you guys don't learn anything, read what King Herod's saying, and that's what you want to learn. It's not about tailing me and making sure that you buy and sell exactly when I sell. It's exactly what he just said. You heard me talking about yesterday about the whole longevity of trading. That's exactly what I mean right there. Live to trade another day. So don't do things today that are going to do negative things to your portfolio and impact your trading tomorrow. By the way, guys, I still have half my position. We're sitting at 70% on the SPY puts. If we break low a day, my target is 431.82. Pre-market low level is really 432.27. That could be the next level we bounce up. Like Swaggy said, we don't really have a lot till we get down to the low of day yesterday, which is 431.24. But it's just really weak.
Yeah, there's really nothing. I think we break this low that we just put, I think we literally go down.
Yeah, 432.20 is pre-market low, and then yesterday's low is what I'll be looking at. There's new lows. 85% on these puts. %90 on the puts now. Net P&L is 60% on the trade. Interesting. QQQ didn't make a new low here, but SPY did. I'm going to sell one contract at 80%. If we push lows one more time, I'll sell one more contract, and then we'll let one run.
I think we're selling too because, like, how many people are going to want to swing through the weekend with the whole war situation?
Exactly. She made a sandwich already. Let's go, MJ. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That makes me happier than anything.
Good shit.
If you guys even know how much this man has been grinding to figure out his strategy and execution. When I say this man's probably had so many sleepless nights, like, not to put MJ's business out there, but like MJ and I have been meeting and trying to figure out the strategy and trying to lock in execution and stuff. And so it's really good to see him do that. So use that as inspiration, guys. Like when you feel like you're struggling, it's like, just lock in. Yeah, just don't blow it. It sounds like corny, but I like that whole win big, win small, lose small thing. Like that's literally how you grow an account. Sounds like marketing jargon and like, you know, corny and like educational, but that's how you do it. It just depends. It's not always a hard 15 or 20% stop loss. It's all about our net P&L. So if I'm risking a 25% loss, then I'm trying to get a 50% gain, which on these SPY puts, we did see like a 25% drawdown, but we're sitting at 60% net right now. So it more than made up for it. We're at almost 100% now on these SPY puts. Here's 105%. $110 on the puts. Yeah, guys, we're going to yesterday's low, like Swaggy said, or at least 431.84, I think, is the next level. That's where I'll be looking to scale some. But we're at 115% right now. Yeah, guys, just move your stops up as SPY moves down. This is where it becomes stress-free. You don't really have to think about it anymore. SPY's in free fall mode. QQQ's in free fall mode. QQQ doesn't really have anything in my eyes until, shoot, 365.25 now. Let's go, Vinny. We probably won't even be at the desk to see it, bro. A V-shaped recovery. We'll be going to the bank counting the dollar bills. New lows on SPY. 120% now. Our net P&L on SPY right now is 75%. 130%.
Bro, Sean, I told you, bro. There was nothing
Crazy.
to lows.
Bro, it's like straight free fall. 140%, and I still got half my position. This is a key level I do have here. I'm going to take one contract. See what this 5-minute candle does. We got a minute 30 on it. If we close under it, we're probably going to go to yesterday's low. $50 seconds on this candle. All right, I'm going to close the rest of my SPY puts. I'm out of everything now, just cash. It can keep going, but did I accidentally buy I bought a put on accident. How does that happen on Webull? Hang on, guys. Wow, I bought a put and just lost 20 bucks on the account. Never done that before. Here, I'll give you guys an update though. I've never accidentally bought a position. Yeah, it did. Took our net gain down a little bit. But 44% on the week in 4 days, guys. $889 on the 2K account. Yeah. And we still have $1,000 of buying power. We only used half of our account and we just made $900 in a week. And for the day, it was what, 650 bucks? Sometimes that P&L doesn't always update. Let me see what the day is. Yeah, 650 bucks on the day. Yeah, guys, we didn't oversize at all. Like I never took a position over $500 today. Exactly. Like I told you guys, we'll get these days you'll always get these days during the week and during the month. It's how you treat your account when the days are choppy and when the conditions are hard. And by the way, we're only like an hour and 30 minutes into the day and we made 650 bucks today. It's not a bad hourly rate. 80 hours in a year. That's $1.3 million per hour or per year if we do an hourly rate.
Man, today was a great Friday.
Yeah, today was legit. Good work, Drew. Have a great weekend, MJ. Get away from the charts. Don't come back till Sunday. On the YouTube, guys. Yeah. I'm gonna keep trading the 2K. I'll keep trading it here on YouTube. We made $900 this week, though. $900 in 4 days. And what that means is that next week we've got like we can up our position sizing to about $500 per trade, $600 per trade. But I'm gonna bounce off the YouTube guys. Appreciate you guys being on the YouTube stream. I'll catch you guys on YouTube on Monday.